Okay, everyone, these are the revised Houston Electric Football League HEFL rules for the 2019-2020 season. I have not done one of these videos in a while. I realized that we have some new coaches coming in and they were looking at the old videos, and I realized that that would be confusing to them, and so we had to update these, or I had to update these. So these are the new updated rules that explain how to play. These rules are far more simplified than the old rules, which is good. One thing we've done is we have tried to streamline the game, make it faster. And another thing that we have done is we have eliminated a lot of the shifts and movement, again, to streamline it and hopefully make it a simpler game, but yet for new players and other players who would like a more quicker style, but at the same time preserving one of the hallmarks of what we do, which is trying to do a simulation as opposed to more of a straightforward, you guys make a few pivots and then buzz the board and then we let it run, which is fine, but we prefer to play a simulation style in Houston. A couple of things I want to go over. This first part of the video, I'm just going to talk about the setup. So setup is pretty standard. On offense, any legal formation, receivers can be stacked, as you see right there. The quarterback, if the quarterback is under center, the quarterback must be going backwards. For the quarterback to be going forward under center, it would have to be a quarterback sneak, which is 2 yards or less, or you would have to make the quarterback stationary with one of these green felt, hope you can see that, tabs that we use that deadens the vibration and keeps the quarterback from moving. So I could put him under center going forward if I had him on one of these felt tabs, but in this case I'm going to have him dropping backwards. Again, the receivers can be stacked. The running backs, the quarterback has to always be within the direct line of the center, no more than 20 yards. The line of scrimmage here is a 25, so the quarterback can't be any more than past the 5-yard line. No part of his base. He can't do this, but he can do that if I want to put him in shotgun. Likewise, for the running backs, they have to be no more than 20 yards. Now, the running backs or the quarterbacks or the receivers can be angled before the snap, and we're maybe the only league left that still does a snap, which is a quick on and off of the board, but we'll talk more about that. But this is everything I'm talking about now is before the snap. These guys can be angled. The offensive line, however, has to be going straight. They can't be sideways or backwards or anything like that. They have to be going straight. The only rules about defense are pretty simple. Also, defense, as long as any legal formation, can't be offsides. The only player that can stack on defense is the middle linebacker. He can be over the center at any time, regardless of the situation. So he can stack over the nose guard. He can't do this. Can't do that. But he can do this. He can do that, right? Or in this case, when I want to have him playing zone. So again, we're using these felt pads, I should say, and we're going to have him playing zone. In this particular play, you can have as many people in a zone as you like. Again, this is a simulation style. So we have, if you can see this, we have all of these guys in a zone. So let's say it's like 3rd and 10, protecting against the pass. I actually have my cornerbacks on a felt pad, and basically everybody in the secondary. And the secondary is defined as anyone that's at least 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, which would be the 30 or further back. Now, one rule about that, I cannot have anyone within 10 yards of a receiver on one of these felt pads. So I would have to back him up to here if I wanted to do that. And you can see what's the advantage of this is because I have this zone set up. While he has a free release, he's going to need to go, he's got to run through that zone, right? He can't run there. I'm knocking off pathways. So, which is one of the strategies. Now, most guys, though, actually They probably won't have the cornerbacks on these, but you can do that. A lot of guys will actually bring these cornerbacks up and play bump and run if you like. Now you can do this. You can put a cornerback directly over the guy, or any defensive back or linebacker, as long as he's not stationary. That's allowed. Okay? And again, if you're going to have a guy like this, he's got to be at least 10 yards off. He cannot be within a direct pass of any skill player. You can just draw a line if he is within 10 yards. So again, I'm going to show you that again. If I put him here and he was there and I made him stationary, and we can see that's less than 10 yards, and see the direct line, can't do it. If he was aimed like that, you could do it. But if he's aimed at him, you can't do it. It's illegal. Okay? So that's pretty much the setup. A few other things. There's a neutral zone, as you can see. The only players on offense in the neutral zone is the center and the two end receivers. But no one in defense. They have to be a yard off. Also, the offensive linemen cannot be interlocked. There has to be space. Their arms can't interlock. There has to be space within their bases. And that's pretty much the setup.